tonight we're gonna look at some leaks. Stay tuned. And if you want to support me, I'm not monetized, and my Cash App is in the description below. Other than that, we're gonna get into this ADRIVE. I have not, so I've just been playing the game, and I've not watched any spoilers or anything.
With the Mega Dimension DLC just launching, we have leaked data on all
and I haven't even beat the game
new
or anything,
Mega
really.
Evolutions, their shiny forms, their typings,
ranked.
and their stats. Let's
Wow.
break it all down. You already know I love Mega
Tenari.
Evolution, and the DLC introduces a ton of new Megas, including some that'll blow your mind. These new Z
That's
Megas
where I'm
are
at.
actually quite epic.
Are
I
they?
can't wait to show you guys
I
what
saw
they
Mega
actually
Dark
look like
Fly. It
in
was
their
cool.
shiny
I
forms.
can't
It goes
even.
without saying, but there's some massive spoilers in this.
That's
so
the
if you don't
one
want the
main
spoilers,
thing
then this isn't the video for you.
that
But
I
if you
saw
enjoy
today.
this type of
It's pretty
content,
dope. That worked.
make sure you guys like it and subscribe to the channel, as I'm back, baby. I'm back posting Pokemon content every single
Alright,
day.
Adrive.
But as our brand new Raichu forms, we've got Mega
Adrive is the
Raichu
goal.
X and Raichu Y.
Yeah, these guys,
Unfortunately, we
okay.
already know what these look like, and their shiny forms leave a bit to be desired. There's nothing too special going on there. One of them gets a little bit darker, the other one gets a little bit
dope,
lighter.
though.
They've got the white belly, but nothing too crazy there. They are pretty sick looking, though, I'm not gonna lie, and there is a chance that Levitate is one of their abilities, but let's take a look at their stats, because that's where things get really interesting for these new Mega Raichus. Mega Raichu X comes in with 60 HP, 135 attack, 95 defense, 90 special attack, 95 special defense, and 110 speed. So pretty fast, hard-hitting physical attacker for
It's
Raichu
decent.
X. Looking pretty good there. And pure electric typing is good because, again, you're only dealing with ground type as a weakness. So if any of these do have levitate, that could be really advantageous. Worth noting that 60 base HP could really hold this Pokemon back in a competitive metagame.
Oh, you know what? I need
Raichu
to
Y,
open
on
the
the other
chat.
hand, is the one that is more appealing in my opinion. 60 HP, 100 attack, 55 defense, 160 special attack, 80 special defense, and 130 speed. Not only does this thing hit even harder with its 160 special attack, it's a mixed attacker being able to use its physical attack set as well. And that 130 speed stat puts it in the upper echelon of fast Pokemon. Maybe not necessarily
With
Megas,
130.
but definitely pretty strong. I think Mega Raichu Y is probably the standout pick because this thing's frail no matter what. So I'll be real, you're better off just rocking with the frailest one that hits even harder. Up next, Mega Chimecho. Not to be a surprise, Mega Chimecho goes from being that light blue color to that nice green color, which we've known from Chingling and Chimecho across history of Pokemon. Looks pretty sweet there, and its stats are going to be really dope. Worth noting, this is, of course, a Psychic and Steel type. It's got 75 HP, 50 attack, so this thing is maxed out. Megas, but definitely pretty strong.
Alright, let me open the chat on my phone, because it's not, it just says off, something is wrong. Tell me the chat. The fudge. Okay, I go to all messages. If you guys are watching, let me know where you're watching from.
I think Mega Raichu Y is probably the standout pick because this thing's frail no matter what. So I'll be real, you're better off just rocking with the frailest one that hits even harder. Up next, Mega Chimecho. Not to be a surprise, Mega Chimecho goes from being that light blue color to that nice green color, which we've known from Chingling and Chimecho across history of Pokemon. Looks pretty sweet there, and its stats are going to be really dope. Worth noting, this is, of course, a Psychic and Steel type. It's got 75 HP, 50 attack, but this thing is maxed out as a defensive monster. 110 defense, 135 special attack, 120 special defense, and 65 speed. This is a Pokemon that is going to benefit greatly from moves like Calm Mind or Cosmic Power and Stored Power. I think this thing could be a tank in competitive Pokemon. We've seen Jirachi with a similar typing do some really powerful things with Calm Mind in the past, and I think Mega Chimecho could do something really similar. I wonder if it's going to get any sort of buffs to be able to utilize its sound moves when it gets its ability in the upcoming Pokemon games. The next one is one of my personal favorites. I was able to actually react to this live on stream, and that is Mega Absol Z. Boy, oh boy, does this thing look epic, first and foremost. I'm a big fan of the design, going full-on blackout with the Absol and that crazy little claw thing going on there.
Dope.
But its shiny is to die for, man. Turning that thing nice and vibrant blue with its skin being red with the black is chef's kiss. If there's one shiny in the DLC to grab, I think it is going to be Absol to get Mega Absol Z. No doubt about it. What's really crazy about Mega Absol Z is it changes typing to become dark and ghost typing, mirroring Sableye, which is a phenomenal offensive and defensive typing. 65 HP, 154 attack, 60 defense, 75 special attack, 60 speed, and 151 speed. Sorry, 60 special defense, 151 speed. This thing is a monster. Not only is it a powerhouse on the physical side, but it is
Dark Air
blistering
goes,
fast.
holy
I have a feeling
fazolies.
this thing is going to be a monumental threat in competitive Pokemon one day. Obviously, Glass Cannon, but it doesn't matter when you're one-shotting everything. Up next is Mega Staraptor. This is a very epic design that I was super stoked to see. Not only does it drop its normal typing to pick up fighting typing, but it becomes this massive bird with a super cool hairstyle. I thought this was a great design.
That's pretty
I've
good.
been pretty critical on some of the Megas in Legends ZA, but this one I thought was a really, really well-rounded design that I quite liked and I could see utilized in the future. About what I expected for Mega Staraptor. Again, mentioning fighting and flying, be able to now get stab close combat, 85 HP, 140 attack, very solid, 100 defense, 60 special attack, 90 special defense, and 110 speed. Worth noting, this Pokemon comes out into the field with Intimidate before it Mega Evolves, making that defense stat feel even stronger. And with a solid 140 attack stat, decent bulk all around, plus Intimidate, I could see this thing being a really strong, offensive, balanced threat. I do wish it was a little bit faster, but Mega Staraptor is going to be powerful. Flying and fighting is a massively good combination offensively that can break through almost any wall. I anticipate Mega Staraptor to be a real threat. Up next is Mega Garchomp Z. This one looks really cool. It's not obtainable right now, but it does look very epic, and its shiny form actually looks decent. You kind of go and get that like pinkish, light peach color on the belly of the Mega Garchomp Z, and I think it's honestly really sick.
I feel like that
it's
was
worth noting that this is a pure dragon type, meaning it loses its ground typing, which is crazy. It's got 108 HP, 130 attack, 85 defense, 141 special attack, 85 special defense, and 151 speed. So this goes the opposite direction of the regular Mega Garchomp in the fact that this thing becomes blistering fast, it becomes a special attacker and a physical attacker, and it has decent natural bulk all around. This is very strong, and by being a pure dragon type, you eliminate one of its biggest weaknesses that Garchomp has had in the history of Pokemon, in the sense that it has a 4x weakness to ice. It no longer has that. It gets to just rock as a dragon type and destroy things. This thing is going to be a massive monster. Mega Lucario Z, no surprises there. This thing becomes blistering fast, and there's a theme with these Z Megas getting 151 speed. Of course, staying fighting and steel, which is a bit of a disappointment, but 70 HP, 100 attack, 70 defense, 164 special attack, 70 special defense, and 151 speed. Very cool, very strong. I do like its shiny form. Its color going from gray to kind of that light bluish gray, that slate gray. Looks really good. The yellow swapping out for kind of a light blue. I think the Mega Lucario Z looks really good. This is definitely a clean shiny. I think offensively it's going to be really strong. Being able to utilize that special attack stat in a big way. Again, I'm a little disappointed that it didn't change typings, especially since the other Z Megas did, but Mega Lucario Z was pretty sweet. I will say I did enjoy being able to one-shot it with a drill run for my Mega Beedrill, though. That was pretty fun. Up next is Mega Heatran, and this one looks like it's straight out of the Paradox forms from previous Pokemon games. This thing comes in with a massive 91 HP, 120 attack, 106 defense, 175 special attack, 141 special defense, and 67 speed. Its shiny form leaves a bit to be desired. Its magma changes slightly. The iron on it, the metal on it goes from being kind of a silver color to being a slightly golder silver color. This is an interesting design. I'm not sure how I feel about it. He's this giant kind of lava frog. I guess it's what I would expect from Heatran. It's not terrible, but not my favorite design of the bunch. Definitely looks like it could be a Paradox Pokemon, though. Before I show you guys Mega Darkrai, which is crazy, I want to let you know that we just launched Team Shiny 2.0. If you guys remember, one of the coolest things we did over the years was Team Shiny, our amazing merch line with awesome designs that you guys can rep in a subtle way and rep your favorite shiny Pokemon, and we are back in a big way. We have the comments down below what shirt you want to see us drop next. Craziest ones on the list. This thing is nuts. Seeing this thing animated is absolutely insane, and its shiny form is pretty cool. It goes from being kind of a dark gray to having that light purple on it, which I'm a fan of. This thing has crazy stats, though. 70 HP, 120 attack, 130 defense, 165 special attack, 130 special defense, and 85 speed. That is insanity, man. It's a little slow, but its offensive stats make up for it. If you're able to land a Dark Void, forget about it. It's over. Up next is Mega Golurk, which may be one of the best shinies of the bunch. I've always been a fan of Golurk shiny, and this one does not disappoint. Getting that vibrant green ghost energy. Looking so good. I love that his fists like shoot off as well. Really cool design ultimately, and its stats are pretty solid. 159 attack, 89 HP, 105 defense, 70 special attack, 105 special defense, 55 speed. Relatively slow, massive power threat though, hits really hard. Good natural bulk. This thing is very bulky. Decent typing in ground and ghost. I think Mega Golurk's pretty sweet. It's about what I expected. It doesn't turn into a cannon, but it's not too bad. Up next is Mega
He's got
Meowstic,
Popeye
which
arms.
seems to fuse the two different forms of Meowstic together. I do love the shiny, though,
Whoa.
going from that dark blue color palette to that nice yellowish gold. Looks really clean, and overall the design is pretty solid.
Okay, I like
this
this
thing comes
one.
into the field with 74 HP, 48 attack, which is abysmal, 76 defense, 143 special
sucks.
attack, 101 special defense, and 124 speed. So a fast special attacker, nothing to be surprised in there. Doesn't use his physical attack stat at all, so forget about those fake outs. But that's going to be a really good special threat. It's just unfortunate how frail it is on the physical side, because you can't really take advantage of things like Calm Mind like you can with Chimecho. I'm not anticipating this thing to be much of a threat and competitive, but maybe it'll have some cool moves or a crazy ability. I'm not going to lie, I got absolutely dominated on stream multiple times by Mega Crabominable.
Don't say that.
Does the crab dance. It's pretty crazy looking. Obviously, his shiny is pretty straightforward, turning that blue to a red coloration. Looks pretty solid
Mega
there.
Crabominable.
97 HP, 157 attack, 122 defense, 62 special attack, 107 special defense, and 33 speed.
Trick Room
This thing
Pokemon
is going to be an offensive powerhouse. Ice and fighting, really good offensive typing, going to be able to wall break, and of course 157 attack stat is really good. Really good natural bulk as well. This is a Trick Room monster through and through. This is a Pokemon that you want to utilize in Trick Room. Again, it destroyed me. Like, you got to face two of them. I can't even beat it. I got to level up a little bit. The Mega I was most anticipating was Mega Golisopod. I was looking forward to this one, man. I was looking forward to it. I saw it, and I was a little disappointed. I'm not going to lie. Like, I really wanted to love it. I'm going to have it on my team. Maybe having it in game will make me like it more.
Like that?
I think it's an okay design.
ADRIVE,
it gives extra legs on the ground. It's a little weird looking, almost feels like a tank in a way. And it changes typing, which is a little crazy. I'm a little disappointed in that personally.
ADRIVE is
I was
too
very
obsessed
invested in
with
Mega
shinies,
Golisopod.
man.
It becomes bug and steel type instead of having water type. I do wish it kind of kept its water, but that does create some interesting dynamics and competitive. 150 attack, 75 HP, 175 defense, 70 special, 150 water type, and I'm away.
Let's go back.
It gets
Let's
my
go
team.
back to my
will
dog.
make it more
Look at him,
okay
bro.
design.
He looks like
It
a
gets extra legs
freaking.
on the ground. It's a little weird looking. Almost feels like
What
a
is
tank
that
in a
thing
way,
from
and
Star
it changes
Wars
typing, which is a little crazy. I'm a
Episode
little
1.
disappointed in that personally.
The
Again, I was very
Droidicars.
invested in Mega Golisopod.
He looks like
it
that
becomes
shit.
bug and steel type instead of having water type. I do wish it kind of kept its water, but that does create some interesting dynamics and competitive. 150 attack, 75 HP, 175
This
defense,
guy-
70 special attack, 120 special defense, and 40 speed. This thing is actually very strong. Like, the reality
That
of
thing
it
is
is,
crazy,
this thing
bro.
is an insanely bulky Pokemon.
You got
Its
destroyed
bug
by
and steel type is
Crabominable?
phenomenally good.
Wait till you.
Only
This
weakness is
guy.
fire. It's not going to have a problem against fire types because you can utilize water type moves from regular Golisopod. It's an interesting Pokemon nonetheless, and I'm excited to see what kind of an ability it gets because I think this thing could be really powerful.
Bro.
First impression's really strong with 150 attack. I think this will be a really good Pokemon and competitive.
I don't see
And again,
anything
losing
about
its
this
signature-
that is like, okay, look. This part right here, right? This is dope. I like the design here. His face kind of reminds me of like a Plague Doctor here. With the girth and the length here. And then we got like, it's like a little bit like Kingdom Hearts type. Maybe like a Heartless type guy. This one of the Droidicar dudes. And he's got like cool things on the back of his arms, which are cool. I guess this could have been. This part's like 6 out of 10, 7-ish, because I like how it goes up, and it's like above him. That's cool. So
ability, so it doesn't have to be.
it's kind of weird how this is backwards, but honestly, that doesn't bug me too much. And like maybe some ninja vibes I'm getting. He's like a shinobi almost.
To switch out is
With
worth
this
everything
little,
anyway. Magearna is honestly one of the coolest Mega evolutions.
No,
I didn't really care
ADRIVE!
much for when I first saw it or knew that it was coming, but it does
No.
look pretty sweet, and I love that it changes colors.
I don't like this weird
to
dress
this kind of
thing.
silver palette. Looks pretty dope.
It's okay,
Stat-wise,
though. It's
80
like a
HP,
7 out of
125
10.
attack, 115 defense, 170 special attack, 115 special defense, and 95 speed. Mega Magearna looking to be a massive special attacking threat. 700 base stat total,
Crazy.
not to be surprised there for a mythical Pokemon. Strap in, Mega Magearna is going to be crazy.
Mega
Whenever this
Marshadow,
thing comes
come
out,
on,
it's gonna be
baby.
absolutely nuts. In my opinion, Mega Zeraora is one of the coolest designs that we got, and its shiny form is about what you'd expect. That dark color fur becomes
like him.
white. It gets to accentuate those electric highlights, and its stats are going to be 88
I
HP,
used to have
157 attack, 75 defense, 147 special attack, 80 special defense, and 153 speed,
That's
outpacing the
good.
Mega Z Pokemon, which is worth noting. And again, being an offensive threat on both the physical and the special side, this thing is going to be a monster. I anticipate Mega Zeraora to be absolutely crazy. Again, nothing too crazy there. We saw the design, but I think it's shiny is what we expected, and it looks pretty sweet. I really wanted Mega Scovillain to grow extra heads, and it did not. And its shiny form leaves a bit to be desired, too, because it just changes its body color slightly. But it does get a tie and becomes a little bit more draconic, but it doesn't change its typing at all. This thing has 138 attack, 65 HP, 85 defense, 138 special attack, 85 special defense, and 75 speed. That tells me this thing is going to still maintain chlorophyll, because honestly, I don't know what else you do with this thing. Like, yes, being a mixed attacker is good, but like, this is, in my mind, the most disappointing of the Mega Evolutions by far in terms of its stats. Everything.
Oh! Sorry, I have ADHD.
This Pokemon, I can't even see it doing anything. It's not bulky enough to take hits. Its attack stats aren't good enough to compete with the other Megas. Like, yeah, it has a signature move, and maybe in Sun it's really good, but an ability is going to have to save Mega Scovillain. There's no doubt about that. Mega Baxcalibur, on the other hand, is coming to the table with 175 attack.
Mega Backstabber, look at him.
115 HP, 117 defense, 105 special attack, 101 special defense, and 87 speed. Absolutely mental. This thing is crazy, dude. Mega Baxcalibur looking to be one of the strongest Pokemon of all time. 175 attack is nuts on this typing. That is crazy. Wild. It is going to shred everything. And I'm a big...
What's the typing?
And Mega Baxcalibur, on the other hand, is coming to the table with 175 attack. Absolutely nuts. Special defense. And we're looking at his crazy picture of things. It's crazy to see here because Mega Tatsugiri, all three of these little fishies are on a surfboard together. They're hanging out. 68 HP, 65 attack, 90 special defense, 135 special attack. Honest, but I think nothing too crazy. Just the sushi swapping around. Again, I don't notice a massive couple that does open up. Shiny form, about what you'd expect. The color leaves change slightly from being a dark blue to being more of a cyan color. And it's going to have 83 HP, 90 attack, 105 defense, 150 special attack, 96 special defense, 101 speed. Good speed stat, breaking over that 100 barrier. But again, nothing too, not a crazy fan of the design. I think it's solid, but again, not going to blow. I feel like the Megas in general are pretty sweet. To me, the best one is Mega Absol Z. I think that's the best. An A+ in my book. Pretty solid. The really sick. Pretty sweet. To me, the best one.
No, I don't agree. This guy's better. Baxcalibur's better. Zeraora is better. What are these guys? They have Megas? And then maybe Absol. Oh, also I like Raichus. The Raichus, they're cooler than Absol. I don't like this weird, like, AFI look he has going on.
Is Mega Absol Z. I think that's the best one. I think the Darkrai is really sick. Now, I wanted to like the Golisopod a little bit more. Staraptor gets an A+ in my book. The Garchomp is a cool approach.
A+,
I rate the
bro.
Megas like a 7
No,
out of 10. I think that they're pretty solid. I actually quite
10,
like a few of them. I rate the Megas like a 7 out of 10.
Okay, this one, 9. I don't know about these ones. I don't know that I've seen them, and I don't know if they're supposed to be listed. And then we got Chimecha. I'd give that one like a 6. I'd give this one like a 7. I don't know about these guys. I'd give him a 7. Garchomp a 7. This one is a 6.8. He's like a 7. This one's like almost an 8. Not quite though. Okay, actually, he's better, too. This guy, this is a 9. This is a solid 9. Crabominal, I felt like I'd have to see it again, but I wasn't really impressed. Give it like a 7.5. This one I like. It's kind of like an 8, maybe. Okay, this one, probably a 9.2, bro. At least. That thing was incredibly badass looking, man. ADRIVE doesn't even like it. Magearna, okay, I'll give that one an 8.5. It's way better than this one. Zero Aura, 8.5. This one, it's like a 7. Okay, he's at 8.1, 5. This one is whatever. It's like 7. Tatsugiri. And this one, this is like, it's 7 too. It's fine.
10, I think that they're pretty solid. I actually quite like a few of them, and I'm sure they'll grow on. And obviously, Pokemon. And once again, code. Thank you guys so much for watching this one.
Okay. But yeah, let's see what else there is. What is this? Okay.
New image leaks have just surfaced about the Generation 10 of Pokemon games. And we're going to break it all down right here, right now.
Gen 10.
Let's get it. If you missed our video yesterday, we dove deeper into the new Poké-Ride mechanic that is currently in the beta build for Generation 10. Theoretically called Pokemon Wind and Wave so far. This Poké-Ride mechanic is going to allow the player to essentially ride a rotom scooter and traverse around the terrain with a Pokemon pulling you, being controlled kind of like the Synchro machine. It seems as though the original vision for this was to use the Poké-Ride where you actually rode on top of the Pokemon.
Time to rev it up!
And they went with this rotom scooter approach, which is very different. Today we're going to talk about that and some of the new images leaked that came out regarding the Atlas and much more, and talk about the future of Pokemon and the sentiment going into this game based on your comments and feedback. If you enjoy these leaked videos, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as I post content almost every single day and working our way back up to 1 million subscribers. This is going to be the place to be to get the leaks, news, information, updates, and more, so don't you miss out. So as I mentioned, the Poké-Ride feature was ultimately scrapped. We saw in ZA that there was an opportunity to ride on Go-Go to various Pokemon, and then they took that out, and now in the upcoming Generation 10 games, it seems like there's been some major concerns over scope, and they've scaled things back pretty significantly, utilizing a different type of Poké-Ride, which is involving the Synchro machines. Now, I want to throw a massive disclaimer out here that this is all beta build leak stuff. Like, things can very much so change. But I think based on the history that we have, I think it's unlikely that things are going to be changed for more complexity. Rather, I think Pokemon and Game Freak has shown a nature of trying to scale things back based on their ambitious goals initially set out for their various games. We have some really interesting sketches here from Mood, kind of depicting how this is going to look. The player will control the Lucario in this case, and then the player character will follow behind on the scooter, and that'll be kind of that. I wanted to mention a couple things here. I think that this is really important in the context. We know from files that the budget for Legends ZA was approximately $13 million. They spent about $13 million to create Legends ZA. I don't think that includes the DLC. That's a rough number for us to base it off of. Now, when you look at what they sold,
a budget.
In their first week, Legends ZA sold 5.8 million copies, which is anticipated to be about $290 million. I think that there might be a currency conversion here, but let's call it $250 million roughly. That's a significant profit and significant amount of money. And I think, from my perspective, I think it's appropriate to understand that Pokemon is a company. They are a business, they have employees, they're looking to pay people, and for them to get a positive return on their investment of spending $13 million to make a game and make $260 million in the first week, that's a massive win for their company, right? But I think the problem that Pokemon fans have is that Pokemon knows they're gonna make $300, $400, $500 million off this game. Why aren't they spending $30 million or $40 million or $50 million to make the game, right? Now, it's not a simple input-output. It's not as simple as like, I'm just going to spend more money, it's going to make a better game. But a lot of the times, you can spend more money to increase manpower or functions or speed and things of that nature to ultimately result in maybe a better end product. And I think that there's a lot of frustration coming from Pokemon fans right now regarding this topic. I went and snapshotted a few comments from the comment section. Sydney Willett says, making a content-rich finished game worth the insane price is too ambitious for Game Freak. I think players are starting to get frustrated with the price point of modern-day AAA video games, and when you see things that are getting scrapped from the game, it leads a really unfortunate sentiment for players. Pool Kid says, hasn't literally every Pokemon game that Game Freak planned been too ambitious and forced to scale back? Seriously? And obviously we know a lot of this information from leaks, but it seems to be relatively true that a lot of these cool features get taken out. We talked about Legends ZA and how it used to be that you could teleport with Alakazam, we know from the leaks, and you could ride on various Pokemon. Like, Lucario and Go-Goat and Weezing and so on and so forth. MIRP says, Gen 10 is a make-or-break Pokemon game for me. Now, I find this sentiment to be funny. I'm not saying that they did anything wrong with this comment. I think a lot of people say that every generation, and then we as Pokemon fans keep coming back. Look at me, I'm even back, which is kind of funny. Red Bear says, a good company would have just left the extra animations for the ride mechanic. The Rotom Scooter is lazy. I agree and I disagree. I think you have to make certain decisions in game development, and I think in this case it may not be worth the squeeze, right? The juice may not be worth the squeeze to go through all these Pokemon animations. I agree with that, Red? Stuff we've seen so far. This is very, very early stages, but we can see the UI of the party ultimately at the bottom of the screen, the player character running, and then, some very placeholder graphics for the battle UI leak that came out. It seems as though, as we've got this Lucario, Gyarados, Shinx, and Sandygast on the field,
yeah, there
seems
better
as
be
we
some
may be
nature
going back to a
with
turn-based
water
combat system, which I think
town.
is probably really cool. I will say, I went into ZA expecting to not like the battle system, being completely honest, and I loved it. I actually thought it was really good. I thought it was a really, really good battle system. So I'm not going to be sad if they bring it back in some other capacity, because I thought it was really compelling.
Bring it
but
back.
I understand that Pokemon has historically been a turn-based franchise. Champions is coming out. That is going to be turn-based. It makes sense for turn-based battles to exist in this game. I think going to full real-time battles is not the direction Pokemon is going to be forever. I think they'll probably alternate between the two as more games get ultimately developed and as they continue to explore these various branches of the franchise through, Legends EA and the Legends games, and then, kind of the typical new generation stories or remakes of old games. But based on what we're seeing here, it seems very much so likely that we are looking at a turn-based battle system. I'm curious how you guys feel about that. I tend to think it's a welcome addition, but I'm also not someone who was going to die on one hill or the other, right? I think if it was a real-time battle system, I probably would have been cool with that. And it being turn-based, potentially, it seems, is also fine with me. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. Some other information that has come out, Central Leaks reporting on the fact that Megas in Gen 10, the build of the game we are aware of, has a bag pocket for Mega Stones. So it is possible that Megas return in Generation 10, but they say, however, no Mega Stone items were programmed in yet. It's possible that this code is simply left over from ZA, or there is a plan for Megas to return in Generation 10 in a big way. Unsure which is true, but worth noting. There is precedent here of Pokemon leaving unused game files in future titles and them being, kind of searchable through the various details there, but we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. I would love to see Megas continue to make their presence known in the franchise personally. And the last thing I want to mention is we got a user named Moot Monthly, who I started following recently on social, and they're someone who is leading some initiatives in a Discord server to uncover some of these leaks, and I'll continue to report on them here. But their objective is to find the map. They want to find any proof that a build exists and that people aren't just making things up. They want to figure out what Majin means, which we're anticipating has something to do with the core mechanics of the game, whether it's boss fights or the weather relations that we've been talking about. They want to find any information about Generation 10 Pokemon, no matter how small. And then they want to blow the gatekeep wide open. I think there's a thought that some leakers keep information private. They're looking to disseminate more information. I am not going to be the source of any of these leaks. I am simply the guy who reports on the information.
My Gen Pokemon.
And I'll be passing along more information as I see it come up on my feeds to synthesize it all for you guys and allow us all to speculate and enjoy this path towards Generation 10 together. I know I read a lot of comments in this video talking about negative sentiments about Pokemon.
Wow, ADRIVE almost at 1 million. Congrats, bro. Let's see. Get a free Mimighoul. Freeze time, new mega gift. New dimensions. Everything you need to do. 10 leak update. How early was the... What's that one we just watched?
New image leaks have...
6 days. Okay, so this one's newer. Oh, yeah. Totally. Let's see. Ranking them all. New Gen 10 map leak. That sounds interesting.
Alright guys, I'm going to show you how to get Mega Mewtwo in Pokemon.
Wrong one. Updates.
It's finally time for us to talk about the about the brand for
Let's see,
all brand new titles, version of that approach, which I find to be very interesting. Battles occur automatically on the overworld map, so I think that's quite interesting as well. Being able to engage free Arceus, which I do like, the fact that you can kind of circle the battle, kind of run around, ultimately A. So that's something that I really liked about this to life. So I'm curious how they hybridize these two systems together to ultimately create this really interesting gameplay dynamic where you've got, you know, turn-based battles, but with simple occurring battles, free roam movement with a plethora of additional moves from ZS and in ZA. I thought that the combat style of ZA was actually quite a bit fun. It was better though. That could be really welcomed all in all. Pokemon names for the Pokemon games, and we are anticipating these games to release end of year. I believe from Riddler and Graham. Leaks for Pogos had appeared on 4chan. The real so you'll have obviously new starters. I for one am always excited for the new starters. I remember so many times being able to react to new meet NPCs there as well as other players.
Big city, starting locations, big tourist city.
And here's some of the really interesting stuff. Wave will have, so think of it as like everyone's experience is slightly, so there was, but it does seem that maybe this region would be based on Greece.
Southeast
maybe this
Asia.
region experiences for every player. Then, and this is the biggest curveball of them all,
nice.
there will be a special critter called Seed Pokemon, which will have a base form with procedurally generated details once it evolves. According to the leaks, the Seed Pokemon in Gen 10 is needed to face the box legendary. So they're going to give you this very unique Pokemon that is going to be different for everybody. A simple way to look at this is like, think of Spinda in a way. How Spinda has like infinite combinations on how many patterns it can have of like this little seed Pokemon that will ultimately grow into like a flower that your intelligence sphere to note. Like raid battles, social hubs, and shareable maps. So we've seen some of this already in the past in, you know, obviously Scarlet and Hubs and share and play with friends. We're going to continue to enjoy the order. I think it's really a way in that like you kind of load up a seed in Minecraft.
Okay, you get underwater exploration, jungle biomes. That sounds cool. And a theme of survival. She likes to read her Bible. Y'all remember that Vine? Alright. Back in my day, we had Vine. Okay, the battle gimmick for Pokemon Gen 10 is weather moves. All Pokemon in Gen 10 will be interactable with. Big Pokemon will be rideable, whereas one will be able to pet. All Pokemon, okay.
And it's Pokemon in Gen had all the Pokemon. It is vital. We have.
Oh, what the heck? Luminion, Pikachu. Pikachu and Charizard, they would. If you were like, if you asked me, like my life depended on it, are they gonna have a new form of Charizard and Pikachu in Gen 10? Gun to my head, I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes, bro. Okay, let's see. We got a video of wind simulation and wave simulation. Pokemon Wind and Wave is included in the leaks.
I've seen some different images and graphic leaks about some wind and water simulation. A lot of stuff. 8 challenges, one for each type.
Okay. In Pokemon Wind and Wave, the gyms the Titan Lord Pokemon are mixed together. There are, in total, 18 challenges, one for each type. They'll be inspired by sustainable development goals. Okay. Clearing all 18 channels. Clearing all 18 challenges allows you to challenge the champion.
Wow. These are inspired by sustainable development goals. It's finally time, and we've been sleeping under a crack for about a crazy year. It's surface, so make sure you guys
save the earth, y'all.
Subscribe based on leaked internal doc earning. So that's
a
big switch up from Pokemon Legends, yay! But no surprise there. Hit harder, where you kind of have very interesting. Being able to engage directly into battle with opposing Pokemon, and maybe even having multiple, just like you're more involved in Pokemon Legends Arceus, which I do like the fact that you can kind of circle the battle, huge win, Pokemon Legends ZA.
Character movement, okay, yep.
Hey, so that's, I feel like it brings a lot of this to life. So I'm curious how they hybrid. We've got Legends Arceus from ZA, such as AoE effects and moves. Actually, ZA was actually quite a bit fun. It based style, lots of games to release. Some they're gonna give you. Look at this.
Wait, did we
stuff and Titan to bring some odds? I was new cup titles was in something far. The post really great. I'm super stoked and big excited for content and have some fun. And I'm excited for Gen 10, baby. All the it's finally time for us to talk about the 10th gen. It's time for some more Generation 10 leaks, and the next Mega Pokemon for the Mega Dimensions DLC will be revealed in a break. The next forces Stick, Heatran, Darkrai, Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza, into trademark Celebration Collection. This falls under Class 28 games, toys, and playthings, in which the TCG is also class. Could also Pokemon games like Emerald and to the newest. So incredibly hard. Could the Celebration Collection right now is our Alestrals, and we just set records over 30%, which are an incredible. Our video game, which is game. Plus, you get 7. This is Alestrals. We proved that we are setting records with our video game, which is coming out in 27. This is your chance to start collecting and playing my amazing trading card game. Plus, you get an exclusive promo for this order and playing my amazing trading card game. Plus, you can pop
pretty cool looking game.
RPG reports on the Legend Beyond is planned this year, but always in a big way. Now, Central reports on this, which of this game is you're going to be going to various islands, and they said that during the beta map, when they investigated the beta map, there was over 30 islands that they were able to count. So tons of different features can actually travel in between the islands, and everyone's experience of this game gives me a lot of interesting stuff here for Generation 10 that I'm quite excited to investigate and see more about. But I like this idea of these islands, and it's based on apparently Southeast Asia is what Gen 10 is going to be based on with these islands. So I think this could be quite fun, especially if the islands are diverse. So a few ago, until he pulls out his kind of Morningstar spike thing. It's pretty sick, so I think they did a really good Fox fan argument in the rooms that mentioned other Team MZ, which I think is quite interesting. Naveed.
Wait. Those who play Legends, yeah, I have a question for you. Do we unlock some part of the game in the rooms? Which model for the room exists? I think the older picks.
Maybe and maybe, but in room scrapped it and all. Black Friday sale 30 screen break.
Thank you for your service, AJ.
After the latest reveal.
Oh shoot. Okay, let's not play. I don't know if we can play One Piece music. Alright, y'all. Well, I guess that's about all the leaks. I want to thank everyone for coming. Be playing some Pokemon Legends sometime soon. But yeah, other than that.
Pikachu is getting a redesign in the next generation of Pokemon. So yesterday, the next 5 years of Pokemon content leading up to Generation 11 was leaked. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about a lot of the stuff that was leaked because, there was new games, new mechanics, gimmicks, legendaries, etc. So I'm going to stay away from that so the Nintendo ninjas don't come after me. But one of the more minor things, and at least more interesting things to me, being a modeler and designer, was Pikachu's remodel and redesign. Because Pikachu now is kind of looking more like the mascot-y, like bigger ovally head that we've seen over the last couple years, instead of the no-neck Pikachu. So, this is the new Pikachu right here. This will be coming in Pokemon Gen 10 or Pokemon Wind and Wave. Now, the style of Pikachu on the left has been used since X and Y, even through Pokemon Go and other games, and we really haven't seen a big change. We've seen changes to the actual art and overall concept,
That one was dope,
nothing
though.
that's ever been really applied to the model, so this is pretty big. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments below if you are a fan of Pikachu's new design or not.
Kill him now,
is getting
bro.
a redesign
It has.
in the next generation
It's giving.
of Pokemon. So
Kill
yesterday,
me,
the next
please.
five-
Ooh, look at that. We're going in real life. Oh yeah, moving forward. Yo, Jordan, this guy's awesome.
I found it. I got the sushi. All right, we pull this container out and we literally pour a little bit of soy sauce.
What?
Okay, then we stick the bottom here and we push up.
Sushi on a stick.
Yeah.
Alright, that's like a push pop.
Yeah. This is
Dude.
the California roll. I found it. I got
Where's
the
that
sushi.
at? That's amazing.
Come here.
I am.
You guys down to trade?
Oh, all day.
Oh,
All day. Alright, y'all. Oh, look at this.
What's up, everybody? Today I'm in Japan and we're at the Pokemon Cafe where we're trying out different foods and drinks. I've been trying to come here for 4 years and
This
we
is
finally
dope.
got a reservation, so I'm super excited. Currently in
You
Japan,
guys like
there's
this?
2 locations for the Pokemon Cafe. There's the Tokyo location and Osaka location. One thing to note is when the
Shinsaibashi.
reservation time slots open. They usually fill up in minutes.
Wait.
Location. In Japan, there's 2 locations.
Nihonbashi and Shinsaibashi. Tokyo or Osaka.
Locations for the Pokemon Cafe. There's the Tokyo location and Osaka location. One thing to note is when the reservation time slots open. They usually fill up in
In
minutes.
another life,
Currently,
I
the
was-
website says the dates
live in
open
Osaka.
31 days prior to the date. I would still double check this information yourself since the website may change its information. Here's a look at the calendar and you can see everything's full or unreleased. If everything's full, don't lose hope. I ended up booking a time slot that they think station yourself or unreleased because someone canceled last minute. Don't lose hope. I ended up booking and you can see everything's full or unreleased. If everything's full, don't lose.
All that cool Pokemon stuff. I love how they have Pikachu eating there.
Hope. I ended up booking a time slot the
With
day
each other.
before my reservation because someone canceled last minute. Don't lose hope. I ended up booking
Look at them.
a time slot the day before my reservation
Shout out Pikachu.
because someone
Gengar, Charizard, Pikachu, Sprigatito. They got all the hits.
canceled last minute. We're gonna start off with our Snorlax ice plate. So this right here is shrimp pilaf, shrimp and rice. Then we got grilled chicken here, and we have a salad here. And what's pretty cool about salad has like the little Z's and carrots, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
My expectation is pretty low,
This
honestly.
does not look
Let's
very good.
see if it exceeds it. Chicken's kind of moist. It's good, but nothing special. There's some seasoning on it, some pepper on it, which I haven't seen in many places, so it's a good thing. Chicken so. Try the rice, so the shrimp now. The shrimp on there. Alright.
So.
Also, it's also just like rice.
It's no good. That's trash.
I got to. Okay, gotcha.
Thank you.
All of it?
All. Thank you.
Arigato gozaimasu.
On the top.
Hi.
Nice. Good job. Oh, nice.
Shaky, shaky.
Nice shake. Good, good, good.
I got to get my. Alright, I have no idea. I think this is a strawberry milk something. We're gonna give it a shot.
That looks okay.
Oh, it's pretty good. It's definitely milky, and you can taste the strawberry there. I'm gonna see if I can get one of the bobas, or it's fruits. I can't tell. Let's see. Let's go.
It's fruit.
Not the best fruit, but still tasty.
Oh, not the best.
Actually have a piece of paper to break down what everything is in there. They got sauce, so I'll mix it all in, and then take a clone lotus fruit and bonito rice. And to eat it, we're supposed to mix it all in and then take a bite. So plum, lotus fruit, and bonito papaya omelette is in there. They got everything from spinach, marinated red onion, papaya omelette, taco sauce, so ground chicken, shrimp crackers, plum, lotus fruit, and bonito rice. Alright, hard to push. Look at that whip. What is this rice? It's not breaking apart. So it's the taco sauce right there.
Nah, bro.
The
nah.
food does not look too appetizing right here. Alright, moment of truth. I'm more excited for this dish than the other one just because there's more flavors here. But doesn't necessarily need to be better. The taco sauce is actually pretty good. It's not really taco sauce. I think it's tomatoes with ground beef, other items, spinach. Let's see. It's good. There's a lot of different flavors. Since they're eating, I don't mind as much. I think it's too many flavors. Go get you a plate.
Gordon Ramsay would slap
so we got a spoonful of rice and curry.
The chef here, man.
It's not bad. Your face is a little bit cold.
Pikachu, you freaking donkey!
That, or just naturally cold. And then let's try this potato salad. It's got corn, tomato, coleslaw.
He would spit this food out for sure.
Celery Charmander, taking space off right
He's
here.
killing Charmander, no you
Plus
bastard!
cheese. Let's try this.
Potato?
So, let's try out the hamburger steak here.
Hamburger. Steak.
It's not bad. The patty doesn't really taste like the beef back home, but it's definitely one of the better.
Pika. Let's go, Pikachu! Frick yeah! I think they would like that if I did that.
So we got the
Just start
drink
screaming.
here. I think it's pretty much boba. It's just a cracker.
Ah.
Not bad. Probably whipped cream. It's so. Overall, don't drink right there. This is the last of
What has he had that's good?
Everything I ordered. Everything has been so far. Hopefully, that's all I've ever seen.
So that means
of
it's been
matcha in
trash.
Japan. I mean, Haru messed up good matcha in Japan. Says matcha itself. I don't like it sweet in. The matcha, I recommend. So overall, better. I honestly would, if there was a menu that performed adult sushi restaurant, everything here, you think to be something better. I honestly would prefer doing a better adult sushi restaurant. Now, hearing, if you want, thank you for watching.
It's trash, bro. It's trash. That's crazy. Let's see, anything else interesting we can find. This one was good with Sarah-san, but we already watched going to Pokémon Cafe. Is it worth it? Hell no! Most isolated mountain village. So he could feel at one with the earth. Reconnect with nature. Alright guys, well that's it. I appreciate everyone who came through to the video. I hope everyone has a wonderful night. And I'll catch everyone in the next episode. It's been your boy Huge Power Marshadow. I'm out. Peace out, my dudes. Oh, and if you want to support me, I'm not monetized, so my cash app's down below.